Welcome back. Today on Mindset Bodhi we'll be exploring some lesser-known fables and legends from around the world to find inspiration and lessons for our lives. Let's start in Russia, where an old fable tells of a young peasant girl named Vasilisa who lived with her wicked stepmother and stepsisters. They treated her cruelly, forcing her to complete impossible tasks. One night, the stepmother sent Vasilisa into the dark forest to fetch fire from the house of Baba Yaga, an ancient witch who was said to eat lost children. As Vasilisa ventured into the woods, she clutched her beloved doll, given to her by her late mother. This was no ordinary doll, but one that would secretly perform tasks and offer advice. When Vasilisa arrived at the fence of human bones surrounding Baba Yaga's hut, the doll guided her through the tasks set by the witch. With wisdom and inner courage, Vasilisa politely helped Baba Yaga without complaint. Impressed, Baba Yaga eventually gave Vasilisa the fire she had been sent for. The doll advised Vasilisa to also collect a skull lantern from the yard, which ended up burning her cruel stepmother and stepsisters upon her return. Vasilisa emerged from the ordeal stronger and wiser. The moral? With inner strength and courage, we can overcome any obstacle, no matter how impossible or frightening it may seem. Next in Sudan, there is a Maasai tale about a lion cub named Urolo who was cast out from his pride for being the smallest in the litter. Abandoned alone in the savannah, Urolo persevered through hunger and adversity to grow into a strong young lion, despite his size. One day, Urolo encountered another lion trapped in a hunter's snare and helped free him. This lion turned out to be the king of Urolo's former pride. In gratitude for saving his life, the king welcomed Urolo back to the pride, recognizing that size does not determine a lion's heart or spirit. The moral here is true strength comes from within. Though small and cast out, Urolo persevered and saved the king, proving his noble heart. Traveling to Greece, we find a fable telling of a boastful donkey who stumbled upon a lion's skin. Wanting to frighten the other animals and gain status, the donkey disguised himself in the skin and pranced around the forest roaring. But the real lions quickly heard his braying sounds and chased him away, tearing the skin to shreds. The moral? Don't pretend to be something you're not, or risk being exposed as a fraud. Now let's head to Japan, where we find a folktale about a poor farming couple who sent their son Kinta to school, even though they couldn't afford the fees. No matter how hard Kinta studied, he kept failing his exams. Then one night he stayed up late meditating, and helped an old woman carry her heavy bags. To thank him for his kind deed, she gifted him an enchanted hammer. If used just before a test, it would focus his mind and help him retain everything studied. Kinta used the hammer and finally succeeded in school. This story shows that kindness and compassion can be more powerful than book smarts or wealth. From India comes a folktale about a poor farmer named Ram, who could barely feed his family, no matter how hard he worked. One day, while digging in a dried-up riverbed, Ram unearthed a battered old metal pot. He brought it home, and that night, when Ram's wife cooked their meager dinner of rice, they discovered the pot's magic. Any food placed inside was duplicated. Ram decided to keep the pot a secret and use it only for his own family. But word spread that Ram's family was eating hearty meals every night. Ram's servant girl finally worked up the courage to ask if she could borrow the magical pot since her own family was starving. At first, Ram refused, but the girl's pleading moved him. Reluctantly, he agreed that she could borrow the pot for one night only. The servant girl promised to return it first thing in the morning. However, one night turned to 2, then 3. On the 4th day, Ram hurried to the servant's home, afraid she had stolen his treasure. But when he arrived, a grand feast was laid out, and the servant girl ran to greet him. She begged his forgiveness as delicious aromas wafted from the house. The pot sat empty, but the home was filled with food. Though angry at first, Ram's heart melted seeing the joy on the faces of the once starving family. Tears sprang to his eyes as they insisted he join their meal. Ram realized that by sharing the pot's magic, it had multiplied into a true blessing for many families, not just his own. The moral: an act of generosity returns tenfold. If you enjoy what you've heard and experienced, please hit the like button, share this video and subscribe to this channel for regularly uploaded videos. Turn on notifications so you can receive our latest videos as soon as possible. Remember, the power of your mind is limitless, and with the right mindset, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.